Hello, my loves, and welcome to another creative storytelling. Happy Thanksgiving to those of you in the States who celebrate. Um, I'm truly thankful for all of you. If you haven't subscribed already, please make sure to do so. If you like this video, don't forget to smash that like button down below. And with that said, let's get on with it, shall we? We're going to do a little story for today, a little last minute thing. The lighting is absolutely perfect before the sun truly comes up. So I was like, you know what? Yes, yes. This is like the only time I can really get the ambiance up with the lights. So perfect tonal. Let's see. What story do we have today? Fret not, my pet. Hmm. So something isn't quite where someone wants it to be, or perhaps something didn't quite turn out. Let's see. Okay. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Okay, so down but not out. I feel like we have two people who perhaps things never really turned out the way that they had hoped, right? But this is at the same token, this could come to matters of love, matters of the heart. But at the same token, it feels like down but not out. It could even be being able to change the way one perceives things, right? Perhaps they looked at situations through rose-colored glasses, through a false perception, a false misconception, seeing things for the reality of what they are, not what they choose them to be. In which case, there could be two who are on course towards each other. One could already have their eye upon another. I feel like this is a tale of two who have yet to give up on the idea of love and relationships, who are on course towards each other. This is like two people who had to go through their own stuff along the way to get, think about it. You have to get in the right place to be the right match, right? It is. It's like a tale of two. We have two people who are on course towards each other, two people who perhaps, things didn't go good in the past, but at the same token, they didn't give up on the idea. It's like, well, even if it wasn't this or it wasn't that, I know that that person is still out there for me. And I feel like they are on course towards each other. One could already have their sights on another, or this could just be two people who are quite good, independent, who have their sights on where they are headed next in their future. Unbeknownst to them, they could end up being in the right place at the right time and set on a trajectory to literally calamity clash towards each other. The universe could be tossing them an opportunity to meet each other, be in the right place at the right time. Although I'm hearing that song, I got my mind set on you. One could already have their eyes set upon another. Or it just could be that someone has their eye on a specific destination that they're feeling drawn to go, in which case they're taking an opportunity to go to some place that they feel drawn to. I feel like we have two people who are instinctually being drawn towards each other after a not so great experience of other things in their life. But you see, this is given also like the energy of like the perfect storm. These two people had to go through their own form of disappointments and experiences to bring them to a place, to bring them to a point to not be bitter, right? Think about it. Sometimes people they look through a false lens. They through you through a tainted lens because of experiences, whether that be regarding to love or not, right? And so they'll have a false misconception of what's always this and it's always that, and people da 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 da, and it's like, but that's not this. And because these two people, their experiences haven't made them jaded or bitter. If anything, it's given them a greater appreciation for the idea and almost like enhanced the idea, the notion that that stuff does exist. Real love does exist. It's just they've yet to find it. And because they're both in that sense of energy, the universe is feeling like it's now time to bring this into alignment. I like that. I do. Wishes do come true. There are no failures. Yeah, you are light. This is like the threads of fate, two people being drawn towards each other, like moths to the flame, who are now ready. Think about it. If someone goes through a negative experience and then they happen to meet the right person, right? And then they're just in because they're still jaded from another experience. It wouldn't matter if the perfect if your person, the person who was perfect for someone came along, if they're not in the right place with because they're like, "Oh yeah, but people suck, da, da, da," and they're just going to be like the last one, right? That would keep you closed off and unable to be receptive for it. But these are two people who, regardless of the circumstances, they're still open. They're still it is it's like a hopeful romantic, right? So it's like they're still open to the concept. Even if this one, it'll give me a greater appreciation for when that real one does come. And at the same token, they still do hold on this notion, even if in the past they dealt with not so great ones, right? In and out. Nothing that really stuck, right? There's a sense of still holding this notion. Real love does exist. It's still out there. Here in X Files, the truth is out there. But because we have two people holding the sense of perfect alignment, it's now time for them to come together. So the universe is presenting an opportunity for two who still believe in, it's almost like they still believe in fairy tales, um, who are in a perfect place. They're both open and receptive. This doesn't feel like people who just willy-nilly jump into relationships either, especially that Queen of Pentacles sideways, the Nine of Wands sideways, the Emperor sideways. This is like they're a bit more mindful. If anything, they've gotten a bit more mature. They think before proceeding, right? They've learned to see the red flags, to see the truth of situations, right? See things for what they are, not what they want them to be, right? Magician in reverse, Seven of Swords in reverse. It's like, you know what? We're not trying to get disappointed again. So we'll feel things out before we take any form of leaps, right? So they have a form of groundedness to them before they actually were to pursue anything or get invested, right? It's like down but not out. But because these are two people aligned in a very mature energy, they are being led towards each other. And they're going to be given the chance to feel the situation out and decide what they want to do from there. I feel like they're both going to feel a sense of kinship towards each other. This is almost like, hey, you seem, there's something familiar about you, right? That sense of familiarity where it's like, I wonder. So we have two people who are going to cross paths, and they're going to recognize something about the other. There's a sense of familiarity there, a form of kinship. Um, what they do with that, though, that will ultimately be up to them. But I do feel like they are going to try to feel the situation out. Curiosity, getting to know each other, telling each other's stories, not holding a sense of expectation, but allowing the waters to flow naturally and see where it goes from there. And where it can go has the potential for something beautiful. I love that. I do. With that said, my loves, that is your story. Happy Thanksgiving.